Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Cappers Nation Live, Saturday, the 10th of October, game day edition, 10/10/2020. What is going on, everybody? I have no idea what the hell is going on with YouTube this morning. There's two live streams. There's one live stream, then delete one. The other one doesn't want to work. But nonetheless, somehow, some way, either you guys are unlucky or you're lucky today that you got me. I don't know which one it is. We're going to find out at one point today if you guys are lucky or you're unlucky. I hope you guys are lucky. Nonetheless, good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys don't know who I am, Kyle Johnson, CappersDirect.com, Cappers Nation Live, 7-day-a-week live sports betting show, bringing you guys, hopefully, the best winners on the internet. Yesterday, Anthony, good morning. Greg Engel, good morning. Sophia Smith, good morning. Welcome to our premium plays. I know you signed up late last night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Edward, what is going on? Matt, good morning. Hopefully you got my text message, Matt. Welcome on board my personal plays. Thanks for taking advantage of that 2-day free of either premium plays or personal play deal and supporting the show. Much appreciated. Jay Baseball Frogger 1, what's going on? Mike Roth, good morning. Tim, good morning. Brad in Australia, thank you for renewing your combo package as well. I hope you're doing well. Brandon, what's going on? Says, are we staying away from the Florida game, y'all? Well, I'm staying away from Florida. I'm at the state, not the game. Maybe the game. We're going to find out. Jalen, what's going on? Good morning. Yagu, Jalisa, good morning. Perfect rotation. I have no idea what that means. Anyways. Nick Rez, good morning. Scott, good morning. You're in Reno. Man, Scott, all you do is travel. One day you're driving through Tempe. The next you're down in Southern California. The next you're in Vegas. Now you're in Reno. You are a traveling man. What's going on, Edward? Let's see who else is here. William says he's lucky, tuning in via text message. Tim, what's going on? Juan, what's going on? Juan, thanks for jumping on board a package as well in the middle of the night. Perfect rotation says 21-7 lead. Mac, what's going on? Kyle B. We got the gremlins this morning. I see the screens are turning off. Thank you, Kyle B. Jalen, no, it is not too late. You can get on board Guaranteed Saturday. You can get on board the combo package. I need to figure out what's going on here. And then I got a Vibe Interactive free played board crazy thing that's going on as well. Again, give me 1 second, folks. We got some madness going on. So we're going to have a little storytelling. We're going to have a little storytelling this morning. We're going to have a little storytelling. We're going to have a little barbershop. And then we're going to break down some games. This is probably the best screen that you guys are going to see all day because my ugly mug is not in it. All right? I know some of you will be disappointed, but for the most part, all of you should be happy. But don't worry. Don't worry. My ugly ass is coming back. We're fired up, taking no prisoners today. Matt, is your phone number the same one that is on the website? Is your phone number the same one that's in your account? Check to make sure your account has the correct phone number, because I just text the one that's in your account online. So, the Vibe Interactive board. You guys all know when I came in yesterday, nothing from the day before was on it. It's all preset. It's all saved. All that information is always saved in there. You know, where it says, like in the back of the videos, want more free plays, tune in live, Cap Nation live, 10 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever the case may be. So yesterday when I came in, or not yesterday, but the other night when I came in, and turned it on to make sure that I could film and do all of that good stuff, it was blank. There was nothing there. Like, it just reset. Everything reset. Everything that I had saved, every preset, every setting, everything was gone. Okay, so it's gone. No big deal. We restart it. We get everything set up. So I come in this morning. Everything that we did yesterday during the live show, because it was reset the night before, is gone, and it reverted back to what was gone from Thursday. Weird. Nonetheless, some weird shit going on. Somebody trying to play some tricks on me. I really don't want to go back in time to Thursday. I really don't. But anyways, Jalen wants to know who's ready for the Canes to beat Clemson today. Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. Timothy, what's going on? What is going on, Tim? Whoo, doggy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely ready for a monster premium play day. You know, there's no hiding when we lose. There's no hiding when we win. We bring the heat and the honesty every single day that we're here. Premium plays, bad day yesterday. Just straight bad day. But I mean, you got to go over the record. Did they have a big goose egg yesterday? They did. It definitely sucks. Definitely sucks. Actually, a bad 2 days in a row. But before that, I mean, they were just lights out. 3-0, 2-1, 3-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1, 6-1, 3-1. They were just absolutely lights out. So we're going to give a little back every now and then, kind of like what we did the last 2 days, to absolutely hammer the snot out of the books. It's what happens. Unfortunately, at times, it's what happens. You got to give a little back to make a lot more. So if you're on premium plays, don't worry. Don't worry. Rest assured, you're going to be in great hands. You're going to be in great hands. And unfortunately, we lost yesterday. You know, unfortunately, premium plays just did not have a good day yesterday. Louisville blowing a lead and basically just getting shut down. Shut down big time in the second half. Excuse me. Long morning, let me tell you, I had a 2-hour drive into the office this morning. Yankees yesterday. Complete dog poo-poo. And what a game. If you guys got to watch that Yankees game, I got to watch most of it. And what a game. What a pitcher's duel. You know, the only thing that could have been better in that game would have been, one, the Yankees winning, and two, maybe some extra innings. That probably would have been the only thing that could have made that game better. Obviously, Chapman giving up a home run in the end, and that shit-eating grin that he has, I'd love to wipe it right off his face every time he gives up one. If you guys remember the 2-run shot to end the Yankees season last year, and he had the same smile when Altuve hit that 2-run walk-off home run from him 2 years ago, or a year ago, excuse me. Chapman's like the Dodgers closer. They both need to go. They both need to go. As far as promo code for Guaranteed Saturday, yeah, right there in the description of the video. Enter the code 50SAT. Try lowercase if the capitals is not working for you. But yes, takes 50% off, guaranteed Saturday. You know, they almost didn't let me do it again this week. And I was like, I'm just going to do it anyways. And then finally I didn't have to ask for permission. They just, or just do it on my own. They just said, yeah, go ahead and do it. They said, go ahead and do it this time. I guess what happened is because I did it only during the live show, I pissed off some people. Some members, I guess, got mad at me because I didn't offer it to everybody. Jay when Altuve cheated, yeah. That was it, unfortunately. So I guess I upset some people last week. I do apologize for not opening it up to everybody. But, hey, you guys want to watch the show. You guys want to get up early with me and grind it out. And my dedicated ones. Especially, I mean, let's be honest. We had almost 700 people on the live show yesterday. Do I expect that today, this early in the morning? Hell no. You know, I mean, we already have 75 here. And I got to tell you, you guys are the 75 most dedicated sports bettors on the internet this morning. Or 73. To come hang out with me, listen to the bullshit, the barbershop talk, all the good stuff this early in the morning. You guys are the dedicated ones. You guys definitely deserve to win. Daniel, is the Max Fight Pick out? Max Fight Pick is out. The fight card is out. And the fight card. You know, here's the thing with FC. The guy's been absolutely kicking ass on the UFC. And most people buy just the Max Fight Pick. And they miss out big time. And they absolutely miss out big time. And what happens is they don't get on the actual main card. The main card has been lights out. Has been absolute lights out. So he asked me, he goes, what can I do? I'm like, what do you mean, what can you do? He goes, what can I do to get more people on the card? He goes, most people don't get on the card. They only get on the Max, which is true. Most people buy the Max for his UFC. And the cards have just been absolutely animals. I said, dude, give it away for free. I said, everybody will be on it. Well, the company will never let that happen. We did that a long time ago and all of that good stuff. And when he first started doing it. So I said, all right, well, whatever you do, just, you know, make it price effective. He goes, oh, well, think of me. I said, just do it for $5. I said, do it for $5 for the guy, you know, for everybody. I said, you can't go wrong. I said, you can't go wrong. I said, call it the $5 sale. So if you want the UFC today, like this is like seriously, your one opportunity to get it for $5. No joke. It's the full UFC card. Obviously, that doesn't include the Max Fight Pick. That one is still available. It's $25, guaranteed a winner. You get the next one free. But if you want, and keep in mind, there's 13 fights. This card is absolutely stacked. And he's got some great avenues and great angles for betting it. Andre says, I challenge all 79 to hit the like button for Bounce Back Saturday. I agree. Thank you, Andre. So, you know, the $5 sale. Nothing different than other than, you know, it's a main card. It's going to be a nice big winning one. It's already posted. The fight picks, the parlays, the stay away recommendations, all those write-ups, everything is up. Lenny G, thank you for jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday and the UFC. I know FC's UFC has been selling like hotcakes. And we didn't even really email about it. I posted about it on Twitter. People were asking me. And I knew he was going to do something. And I was pushing him to do the $5. You know, the company was like, oh, well, just give a discount. And I'm like, no, that ain't going to work. I said, if you want everybody in the world to get on it, I said, give it away for $5. Give it away for $5. Make everybody money. Make everybody happy. And they'll come back and they'll treat you the right way. It's the way you're supposed to do things. Nonetheless, Terry, stack up. Thank you. I see just jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday right now. Matt, thanks for jumping on board the UFC as well. And I'm going to make sure I send you my personal plays right now since you just updated your number. Whenever you guys sign up, if you're signing up for anything that includes my personal plays, make sure you put the correct number in it. All right, make sure you put the correct number. That way, when I text you my plays, you can get them. All right, Matt, you should have everything right now. Mike, thank you. I appreciate that. And everybody, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and I mean, I know, Matt, you're very welcome. Thank you for supporting the show and participating in the Bet Online promo. Lucky 2001 says, FC is the best, y'all. I can't believe y'all are selling his picks for $5. Worth so much more than the normal price. I honestly, when he first started selling the UFC, he goes, what should I sell it for? I said, $100. I said, what you put out is worth $100. I said, just the write-ups alone are worth $100. The amount of words and details that he puts into write-ups and how spot on they are. This guy actually travels to the fighters' fight camps. That's the crazy thing. Nathan, what it does is on our website, when you sign up for it, it gives you 2 days access to it, even though it's only one game or 1 day. Because let's just say you sign up on Friday. If you sign up on Friday, it would cut your service off at midnight. So we always make sure that it gives 2 days. That way, for everybody that signs up on Friday, they don't get shut off on Saturday at 12:01 a.m. on the East Coast. It doesn't shut them out. So that's why we always add an extra day to that one. And then because anybody that signs up before that earlier in the week, we have to reactivate their accounts. LT, man, I'm sorry to hear about the tree smacking the house again. That happened last time when I was in New Orleans last year, when we were supposed to hang out at the Saints game, and that hurricane came through. It's horrible. Horrible. Jalen says, I love the show. It's never recycled garbage. It's always fresh and new. Here's the thing with me, guys. You never know what you're going to get. All right? Sometimes I roll out of bed, throw on some clothes, go straight to the office, and I'm in a bad mood because I had to wake up. Early, that is. Or like today. So my stepson gets married later on today. And the wedding's about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from where we live. And the office is like 15 minutes, about 20 minutes now from the house. So we're all staying down at a hotel. I mean, there's only one hotel in this shithole town that, the wedding's at. Beautiful place, beautiful winery where the wedding's at. But there's literally nothing there. There's a Taco Bell. I found a McDonald's. There was nothing open this morning for breakfast. I couldn't get a coffee. I couldn't get a Monster. But I had to leave there at 3 o'clock. Actually, I woke up at 3, left at 3:15. I drove my wife down there yesterday, my little one. My parents are in town. My in-laws are there. I mean, everybody's there. The kids are there. And so what you get from me today is my ass has been up since about the time I went to bed. And I had about a 2-hour drive this morning just to get to work to film the show. So nonetheless, we're here. It's raw. It's real. And as Jalen says, it will never be recycled garbage. That is for sure. That is for sure. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. The good thing with this wedding being today is I said by next weekend, I will have the real barbershop pole, which you guys can't see it just yet, but it'll be hung. Right where that one is on the screen, I have a real one. It lights up, it spins. So when we have these nice little barbershop sessions like we had yesterday, we'll be able to light it up. Be able to light up the place. Jake, if you're watching, congratulations. If you guys remember, Jake's wife was going into labor yesterday. I did get a picture. What a cute little boy you got there, bud. Congratulations. Penny says you need some rest, brother. I do. I definitely do. I have to agree. I do agree with you. Rest will come later, though. Daniel, so will there be a show tomorrow, or will you get too hammered? It's open for odds, all right? We can take action on that one. Will I be here? I will still lay the juice. It's going to be a slight favorite, not a big favorite. No, I will definitely be here. Unfortunately. Johnny Cage, yeah, it is a shithole town, but had a nice winery. Did he name the kid Kyle? I did not see. I was hoping there was some type of Kyle thrown in there, for good measures. Dan McCarthy says, I will lay the juice. Chrissy Thompson, I have a budget of $500 tonight. Should I bet one game or just a few? Well, if your bankroll is $500, you probably shouldn't put all $500 on a game unless you have the ability to reload after the fact. Other than that, because if that's the case, then it's not like your true bankroll. But if that's just for today, your total budget, that'd be a completely different story. But you know what they say at the poker table, all in always wins. But be careful. Just teasing. Definitely be careful if you're going all in, that's for sure. Nick Rez, what's the odds? I'd have to say I'm a very slight favorite, a -1, little more than normal. We'll give myself a -112. Give myself a -112 to make it on time tomorrow. I mean, I gotta tell you, I guess that means I'm just gonna have to get intoxicated early. We don't want anybody out $500. But I got news for you. If you bet the premium plays yesterday, you're out money, and I do apologize, all right? It definitely sucked. Premium plays yesterday sucked. Louisville shit the bed on us in the second half. The Yankees, Chapman giving up a home run in the 8th inning. Lakers, the teaser. What's the odds that I'm hammered on the show tomorrow? That all depends. If I was to film it there from the hotel, I'd have to say I'd be a -5,000 to be hammered. But the fact that I actually have an hour and a half drive, I'm going to say you'd have to give me some really good plus money because I don't drink and drive. I got a family that I love too much, that's for sure. Mike Ross says Louisville and Tulane both doing the same shit. Absolutely. Garrett Cole pitched his heart out, man. Absolutely pitched his heart out. That was a hell of a game yesterday. Hell of a game. Scott says Louisville pulled a Tulane. They did. Johnny K says, what's your pick? Let's figure that out. What's my pick for what? All right, so personal plays yesterday. For everybody that's on my personal plays, we had another winning day yesterday, keeping the win streak alive, or the non-losing streak alive. Ended up pushing our very first one. Well, actually, I take that back. I pushed. I know a lot of people pushed, but a lot of people, including Tom, or anybody that had FanDuel, did get a winner, which was a free play. Louisville, Georgia Tech, first quarter over 14. I said, wait, and you'll probably see 13.5. I know everybody that was betting on FanDuel got it at 13.5. You guys squeaked out a win. There should have been 21 points in that first quarter at least. Should have been at least 21 points in that first quarter. And we didn't get it. We got 14. So I ended up with a push. I was actually driving down to that little shithole town. If anybody here is from Florence, Arizona, I do apologize. If you had a good restaurant recommendation, I can definitely use one. Maurice, we're going to have a fantastic weekend, brother. It's going to be a great weekend. So I pushed on the over 14. I know a lot of people ended up getting 13.5 and winning. The first half over 33. By the grace of the gambling gods, we got it. So we got that one. We also got the over 65 in the Louisville, Georgia Tech game. And then the Yankees. Yankees as a personal play was my only loser yesterday. So I ended up 2-1-1 on the day. And unfortunately did not get the job done. We should have just taken the Yankees under and put the whole house on it, just like we talked about during the live show. That's probably what we should have done. Lakers team total over 111.5. That didn't even get anywhere near. Well, it got near, but it was just a couple buckets away. Cecil, good morning. You got 13.5 fancy. There we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Free play winner yesterday. Johnny K says Arkansas plus 14. Loriano, thank you for signing up for 3 days of the premium plays today. I see you just jumped on board. Glad to have you back on board. Bradley, thanks for jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday. Tamir Cooper as well. Pat, glad to have you back on board for FC's UFC. Stat-Guap, I see you jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday. Thank you. My buddy David, down on the Gulf Coast. Hope you're being safe. See you jumped on board 3 days of premium plays. You already got my personal plays. William, thanks for jumping on board FC's UFC. Neverez jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday as well. And for everybody that doesn't know, Guaranteed Saturday is early this week, okay? Guaranteed Saturday is early this week. So is the UFC. UFC starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time, not 7 this week. But Guaranteed Saturday, it starts at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. It is one of the early games. So if you snooze, you lose this week. And I don't want anybody to lose, all right? I don't want anybody to snooze. I don't want anybody to lose. So if you're thinking about or you're debating getting on Guaranteed Saturday, now is the time. Because it literally starts in an hour and 57 minutes. You want one monster winner to hammer the books? Then there's your opportunity. Brian says the audio kind of sucks. What's wrong with the audio? I saw it, Brad. I just replied to you, brother. I don't think anybody else is having any audio issues, Brian, so maybe it's whatever you're listening on. A bit choppy? Okay. Okay. I don't see any warnings by YouTube. It says perfect streaming. Excellent condition. It's choppy. All right, we'll give it a few seconds. We'll give it a few seconds. And we'll roll from there. It's a little off. Danny Daniels, what's going on, my brother? So weird how that happens. The other LT, what's going on? See, it's weird because like I have a stream health report where I can see like if there's like a peak or anything like that. And that's so weird. It's got to be a YouTube thing because there's nothing on our end. Stream is healthy. Stream is excellent. All green lights. That's so weird. Yeah, definitely hats off to the Heat. They survived another game. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I probably should have just laid off of that game yesterday. And prayed for Game 6 or Game 7 because it's good for business. It's good for business for everybody in this industry. But nonetheless, I was ready for the Lakers to win. Yeah, perfect rotation. I usually get a warning when I have that issue. And I don't have any issues right now. None. It's weird. Weird. Nothing popped up. Yeah, a lot of people jumping on that guy right there, Dan. I don't get it. Yeah. LT, you're coming out here? Well, you let me know, brother. We'll meet up. We will definitely meet up. Daniel, not often Jimmy will get 35, right? You know, Princess Chachu, they both pitched a great game. They both pitched a great game. They definitely both pitched a great game. Mike Brown says Georgia by 2 touchdowns today. Easy. Jeff, good morning, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, Dan, I think he opened up at like 140 or 160. Scott says, if I can hear you while I'm in the shower, then audio is quality. You're killing me. You know, see, so Garrett Cole came out. He put the team on his back, and he gave the Yankees a chance. No doubt about it. That was one hell of a game. One hell of a game. I'm bummed. I took the Yankees. You know, it cost me a perfect day on my personal plays. And definitely was a tough one. But yeah, you know, there could only be one winner. There could only be one winner, and it was a hell of a game. About the only thing better would have been extra innings and the Yankees winning. Mr. Davis, thanks for jumping on board. 3 days of the premium plays. Jeff says, great game. As far as a fan standpoint, amazing game. Great game. Mr. Che, thank you for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. I see you. I probably butchered your last name. I won't even attempt your first name. We'll just call you BC. Princess Chachi says, great game. Shame someone had to lose. You know, it was like David versus Goliath, and David won yesterday. When you start comparing payrolls, when you compare payrolls, just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 3 runs scored, all by a home run. And the crazy thing is, we were discussing this yesterday, the Yankees' capability of being a home run only team, and the Rays playing small ball and they get beat by the long ball yesterday. The Rays definitely have the arms to beat the Astros. I'd have to say, though, of the 4 teams left, we get the Rays and the Astros starting tomorrow to see who goes to the World Series. And then we get the Braves and the Dodgers. The 2 hot teams that are trending and keep sweeping are the Astros and the Braves. And both are going to be a dog in the series. Both will be dogs. No doubt about it. Dodgers probably win, Brad says. I agree. Dodgers will probably win that series. They're actually a minus 147 to open up game number 1, and they're minus 220 to win the series. Braves are a plus 190 to win the series. The Rays are $1.63 to advance to the World Series. The Astros are a plus 143. World Series odds. The Astros are a plus 375. The Braves come in as the bottom of the barrel, plus 450. Only because the likelihood of them escaping and actually getting past the Dodgers is probably slim to none. After all, they are a 2-1 favorite. But I would have to say, if somehow the Braves did advance past the Dodgers, if for some reason they advanced past the Dodgers, I do like their chances against either the Rays or the Astros. I think they can hang with either one of those teams. That I do. I do believe they'd be able to hang with either one of those teams, but they've got a pretty damn big task ahead of them in getting over the Dodgers. That's for sure. No, it's 7-game series, not a 5-game series. 7-game series. I do believe the Braves can hang with the Dodgers. I think overall the Braves batters play fundamental baseball better than the Dodgers. I would have to classify the Braves much like a Rays team against the Yankees. They can definitely play fundamental baseball. Not only can they knock the ball over the wall, given the opportunity, but they hit the ball exceptionally well. They're not just an all-home run team. Brad, that's a pretty good assumption. That's a pretty good assumption. I mean, or comparison, excuse me, about Max, Kyle Wright, and Ian Anderson. Reminded much of the Nationals pitchers last year. And part of winning a championship, when you have a series, is peaking at the right time. Peaking at the right time. So, in the Braves and the Dodgers series, and we'll talk more about this on Monday. We'll talk more about this on Monday, but the Dodgers and the Braves matchup is very interesting. You have the team with the most come-from-behind victories on the season. I think they're at 20, and that's the Braves. And then you have the Dodgers, who are outscoring opponents by over 130 runs from the 7th and the 8th inning. That's going to be a hell of a series late in the games. It's going to be a hell of a series late in the games. I look forward to that. We'll talk more about that on Monday when their Game 1 happens. We'll talk more about that. Brian says, I got me on the big screen. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if that's a good thing, though. And yeah, Prince Chachi, the Astros are definitely hitting the ball at the right time. They're comfortable at the plate. We talked about this, the day before the postseason started. They're not getting plucked in the head. They're not getting hit. Edward, I love it. All right, so we've got a tall task ahead of us today. We've got a lot of games. We've already been, hanging out, chilling for about an hour, and doing what we do. All right? It's time to make some money now. It is time to make some money now. We've got some games that we need to break down. The Vibe Interactive Whiteboard, which has gone crazy now for 2 days in a row, it needs something on it. It needs something on it. Thursday night, I came in to film for Friday's Daily Free Play video, and everything was wiped off. It was gone like somebody came in and reset it. So yesterday during I had to reset it, do all that during the live show yesterday. So then I get here this morning, and everything that we had on it from yesterday, the Louisville first quarter team total over, all of that good stuff, it was gone, deleted, kaputs, see you later. Don't know where the hell it went. But the crazy shit is it had all of Thursday's stuff. Tulane plus the 7 loser. It had all of that on there. That was the weird thing. But nonetheless, we're going to get the job done today. We're going to get you guys on free play winners. We're going to put money in everybody's pocket. If you're on Guaranteed Saturday, you're going to get a winner because you're on Guaranteed Saturday. And it's 50% off. Dan, he does do the Bellator. He's actually given out Bellator a few times as well. With the Fight Island, it's even more work for him to be able to do what he does for Fight Island for the fights over there. So he was going to do Bellator. I know he is going to have a Bellator event for all of us soon. But with the Fight Island, it makes it his workload in all hours of the night, staying up to get translations and the time zone change for his interviews and stuff like that is insane. Tar Heel Tim, what's going on? Says everyone give Kyle a thumbs up for his hard work. We definitely appreciate it when you do. It's definitely not required, but we definitely appreciate it when you do. Nonetheless, somewhere along the way here, I will find what I need to find. There we go. So, what we're going to do now, the cool thing is, we've got no baseball to break down, no basketball, no NFL until tomorrow, nothing to get in our way, nothing to stop us. So let's break down these games. And find some avenues and some winners. To the one douchebag with the thumbs down, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I know you probably live a very miserable life, but we're glad that you choose to spend it with us. It's always a great thing when people don't like you. It means you're probably doing something right, or you're just an asshole. Which, if you ask my beautiful, beautiful wife, she'll probably say, I'm just an asshole. But nonetheless, the show must go on regardless if we get a hater or if we don't. So let's have some fun today. Let's make some money. I got everything popping up for us, and it's going to be a fantastic day. All right, it's going to be a fantastic day, and we're going to give you guys a taste of what we do. And hopefully, when it's all said and done, tomorrow you guys have a lot more money in your pocket than when you started the show. All right. One more quick thing for me to pop up here. Now, I'm going to try and touch all the games, but I know I can't. So I'm going to pick and choose. I'm going to pick and choose, just going down the list at random for games for us to break down. That way we get through a good amount of them. We'll go over every aspect, every angle, everything that we can. And again, if you're not on board, now's the time to get on board. If you want to try us out and you want 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays free, if you go to our website, give you guys a little insight. Go to our website right here. Right here. You just got to read that right there on the front of the website. All right? Read that on the front of the website. It tells you how to get 2 days of either premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays free. Give me 1 second, folks. Me to make sure a couple people need to make sure your guys' account is activated. Last couple days of premium plays were not the best. And before we break down these games, I want to make sure that these people don't miss our premium play. So give me 1 second, guys and gals. So here's the deal with us, okay? If you're on our plays, I don't care if it's a 2-day free package, a donation day, 1-day free package, or you're on one of our 3-day, 7-day, 1 year, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. We will take care of you until you're up money. Okay? So you buy a 3-day package at the end of 3 days. If you're not up, as long as you're following along with what we're doing, we will take care of you until you're up. That's just what we do, okay? It is just what we do. Mr. Roth, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Mr. Scott, thank you for jumping on board FC's UFC Fight Package. Mr. Davis, thanks for jumping on board 3 days of the premium plays. They're going to have a nice big bounce back today. All right. Tim says, why can't we all just get along? Who's not getting along? Was there a fight while I was gone? Was there a fight while I was gone or something? What did I miss? All right, so nonetheless, time to break down some good college football action. All right, time to break down some football. We are going to bounce around. We're going to start with some early games. And then we're going to try and hit some later games. First one that we're going to start with, Boomer Sooner, baby. The 1 and 2, and I think I get pride in saying this. The 1 win and 2 loss Oklahoma Sooners. 0-3 against the spread. 2-1 to the over. Mr. Watson, good morning. Alex, good morning. If you're a Sooners fan, I do apologize for being obnoxious. I shouldn't even have a right to make fun of you. My team's not even playing yet. But even though my team's not playing yet, we don't have 2 losses on the season. Boomer Sooner, baby. Oh, man. Juan, you have to enter the promo code. Did you already purchase it? If you already purchased it, let me know, and I'll get with you and we'll figure out something for you. But whenever we have a promo code, a discount, it's you guys got to always make sure you guys enter that promo code. Because if you don't enter the promo code, you don't get the discount. Johnny K says, if you didn't take the heat last night, you shouldn't be gambling. Well, here, Johnny K. Would you like to log in and run the live show since you're their all-hail king sports bettor? Because I took the Lakers yesterday. Let me know and I'll give you the code to log in. You can run the live show. Here you go. There you go. There's the link. Just click the link, show your ugly mug, and there you go. We'll see who logs on, who's brave enough. There's your invitation, Johnny K. I know, let's see your tickets too. All right. He's probably a Sooners fan. All right, game 323, 324, Oklahoma and Texas. This should be a good one. We're talking about just the college games right now. I'm looking at the guest list. You haven't logged in. All right. I'm popping up the odds, all of that good stuff for everybody. And let's have some fun. All right, Oklahoma and Texas. Oklahoma opened up as a 2-point favorite with a total of 70.5. Where it's sitting now, I guess I got to go to NCAA and get off baseball since we were just talking about the baseball games. Oklahoma laying 2.5 minus $1.18, trending to 3. It'll be at 3 before you know it. The total is up to 74. I'm going to pop up the money aspect of where it all started. And where the money is at now. Now remember, when I go over where the money is at, the over, the under, Oklahoma or Texas, I don't use that to determine where I'm going to bet. I use that to determine when I shall bet. Okay, first of all, 83% on the over, 17% on the under. If you're taking the under in the Oklahoma and Texas game, I advise you to wait. With that information, 83% on the over, the line has already went and moved quite drastically. Okay, the line has already went from 70.5 to 74. We already have a 3.5 point line movement in this one. Chances are it'll be 75 or more before kickoff. So you can probably kick back and wait and bet the under if you're going to be betting the under. Now, if you're taking the over, you want to beat the closing line, I'd bet it now rather than later, knowing that the information that we have will probably see the total go up. Same thing with Oklahoma. As of right now, guys are laying 2.5 minus $1.18. With the money aspect, it's pretty split, 50-50, 51% on Texas, 49% on Oklahoma. You add 2% for air on either direction, and it's pretty even Steven there. So I'd expect the juice to be roughly the same. They might keep it at $1.20 or whatnot. Again, I just checked the guest list, and no Johnny K. Where are you? Got stood up. Mr. Warden, good morning, sir. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Now, as far as this one, high-scoring game, 74, where the total sits currently. You got Texas 2-1 straight up on the year. Who would have thought we'd be going in to their fourth game of the season and Texas would have a better record than Oklahoma. Other than a Texas Longhorn fan who thought they'd have a better record. That's it. Boomer Sooner, baby. I'm going to keep making fun of the Sooners. Dan, what site? I have a Stats LLC membership. They're the ones that provide the official stats for not only the actual TV channels, the NFL Network and all of that stuff, Fox Sports, CBS Sports, but they also provide the stats to the odds makers, the books, the casinos. So I have access to that information, but there's other sites out there that are pretty accurate that you can get that information from. Oklahoma 1-2. 1-2 straight up. Sorry, I'm still laughing. 0-3 against the spread. 2-1 to the over though. Texas 3-0 to the over. Texas has been trending in a high-scoring game. Now, the last meeting last year did take place with Oklahoma beating them by a touchdown, 34-27. We saw a total of 77, and that one went way under the total. We saw 61 points scored in that one. Texas was also getting 11. Here, they're only getting 2.5. Big difference today. Texas is 7-0 against the spread when playing at the Cotton Bowl. Oklahoma 8-20 against the spread against a tough luck defense, allowing less than 12.5 yards per point. And Oklahoma is 9-1 to the over when facing an opponent after a straight-up loss of 3 points or less. Now, Texas coming off of that 33-31 loss against TCU last week. And what a heartbreaker. We saw a total of 61.5 in that game. It did go over the total, but not by a country mile. Literally by 2.5 points. All right? Texas was laying 10.5 against TCU. They got beat outright by 2 points. Before that, they got wins over Texas Tech, beating them 63-56, as well as a UTEP victory, 59-3. Now, the Sooners, on the other hand, go ahead and laugh with me. 1-2 on the year. Come on. Let's applaud the 1-2. I absolutely love it. We're not going to see them in the 4-team playoff this year. They are coming off 2 straight losses, one to Iowa State. I mean, that's got to be pretty bad when you lose to Iowa State, 37-30. And then losing to Kansas State. That's the real kicker right there. They lost to K-State. I mean, it's one thing to be on upset alert against K-State, but it's actually another to actually lose to Kansas State. They lost 38-35. So they've actually lost their last 2 games by a combined 10 points. When they played Missouri State, they shut them out 48-0 in a gimme game. It was their one tune-up, their one warm-up, and then they got right down into it. And you saw what they got. Now, Oklahoma, they're averaging 37.7 points per game. They're averaging 123 yards rushing the ball, 3.6 yards per carry, and 390 in the air at 10.4 yards per passing attempt. As far as Texas goes, they're averaging a whopping 51 points a game, averaging 191 yards on the ground, 5.5 yards per carry. Absolutely awesome number. You average 5.5 yards per carry, that's all you need to do. Just keep running the ball. Control the clock, run the ball. Now, they are averaging 326 yards in the air as well. They average 4 more passing plays than running plays. They average 8.3 yards per passing attempt. Taking a look at defense. All right, taking a look at defense. Oklahoma, on average, giving up 25 points a game. The only reason their average is 25 is because they shut out Missouri State. So take that out of the equation. They're averaging giving up 37.5 points a game if you take out their gimme game against Missouri State. Says they're holding teams to 85 yards rushing. They're padding their stats because of Missouri State. So take everything about Oklahoma's defense because they got shredded by K-State and they got shredded by Iowa State. They're -4 on the turnovers. Texas, holding teams to 30.7 points per game. They're giving up some points, with the exception of UTEP, where they gave up 3. They're giving up some points. Hell, they gave up 56 to Texas Tech in a super high-scoring game against in-state rival. They gave up 31 to TCU. They're giving up 249 yards in the air, 6.2 yards per passing attempt, 128 yards on the ground, holding teams just 3.6 yards per carry. They are +1 on the turnovers through 3 games. Now, I don't have a dollar on this one. I don't. I really don't. I don't have a dollar on this one. I do lean a certain way. There's most notably, there's one team that's actually coming out in the win column, and that's Texas. Texas is coming out in the win column. All right, they've got 2 wins. One was against UTEP. The other was against Texas Tech. They just lost to TCU 33-31. You got to go back and you got to look at Oklahoma's 2 losses. They lost by 3 to K-State, and they lost by a touchdown to Iowa State. The one against K-State, first real competition, it is what it is. They lost by 3. They were on upset alert. K-State plays them pretty tough. It seems year to year. As far as this one goes, I hate to say it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, men and women. I hate to say it. There's my black pen. All right. Now I don't know what the hell I just did. Hold on. There we go. I hate to say it because I'm definitely not a Sooners fan. I agree with what Andrew just said. First of all, I think Oklahoma's coach is too good to keep his kids losing 3 in a row. They're laying $1.40 on the money line. They're -2.5 against the spread. As far as this one goes, I'm going to lean towards the Sooners. I'm going to lean towards the Sooners, laying $1.40. Overall, I think they get the coaching edge. I think they have the better players. I get it. They're on the road. Texas 7-0 against the spread in the Cotton Bowl. Yada, 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 yada. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't think Oklahoma drops 3 in a row. I'm not seeing 3.5, Brian. I see 2.5 minus $1.02, which means you can get 3 at minus $1.12 plus 3.5 is minus 127. If that's the case, you're on the wrong side. If you're thinking that you need the 3. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, you could plead a case why Oklahoma should have scored an extra touchdown and kept Iowa State off the board, or against K-State, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And just because they should be 3-0, not 4-0, because they haven't played 4 games. Turnovers are part of it. If you're going to count turnovers, you got to count turnovers against Kansas State and Iowa State for Oklahoma. Fantastic, Robert Allen. You're entitled to your opinion. And by the way, there's no need to the unsubscribe button. I seen that you did that the other day. You marked him as spam. All you got to do is hit the unsubscribe button. Juan, after the show, I'll get with you and we'll figure something out for you, brother. I know the promo code was out yesterday, but not a big deal. I'll take care of you. It's not a big deal. But again, as far as what I lean towards Oklahoma. If I was a betting man, which I am, as of right now, right this second, I don't have $1 on this game. But if I did, I would take Oklahoma. on the money line, minus $1.40. I think there's great value. You can take a minus 2.5, but you got to lay $1.18. You might as well lay just 22 cents more juice and take them on the money line. Reading through the comments, Lakers lost because AD was not right, his ankle. That was a good game, though. Lakers gave it a good shot last night. Unfortunately, didn't come out on top. But again, I do lean towards Oklahoma on the money line, minus $1.40. All right, let's bust through another one. And again, remember, leans are just what I'm leaning towards. If I tell you I'm going to bet it, I'll tell you I'm going to bet it. And fade, follow, whatever you guys choose to do. Doesn't bother me one bit. Pat, thank you. I'll get that frozen screen fixed. Camera always freezes in the software. It's kind of weird. Edward, you're right. Nobody cared about the ankle when he got that one. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. The reading through some of these comments. Yep, we know we're frozen. We got it fixed now. Hopefully, yeah, it's definitely fixed now. Definitely fixed now. All right, popping up the next one. Popping up the next one that we're going to break down for everybody. All right, give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second, we're going to pop up another one. All righty. Well, I am reading through the comments. What does the Magic Board say? Tim, the Magic Board says nothing. The Magic Board says nothing. No problem, Robert. I appreciate it. And by the way, the Texas quarterback is Ellinger, just so you know. So if you're looking for who has the most talented Texas quarterback, that would be Ellinger. I just did see your comment about that. You probably just got the names mixed up. But anyways, my lean is on Oklahoma. Do as you wish. It is just a lean. Next game we're going to take a look at. I want to find another early game. Let's see here. We'll do Tennessee and Georgia in a little bit. That's a little bit later. We'll do Miami and Clemson for the evening time a little bit later. That'll be a great game. Mississippi and Kentucky. Don't want to do Louisville and Georgia Tech again. We already played that shenanigans. Let's see here. Just bouncing around. Missouri and LSU. Coming up next. Anthony says, so you lean Oklahoma, so lean the game is going over. I never said anything about the game is going over. Reading through the comments. Mike Brown says money on Virginia Tech down to 3 from 7. Mike Brown says rather not take the side, just go over. What do I say on the total? I'm not a fan of the total today on the Oklahoma game. I think it gets close, but I don't think it's like a deciding, distinct total where it just blows right over the total. You know, I like to beat the closing line. And in order to beat the closing line on this one, you would have had to already bet and bet a while ago. It is down to, it is 73 at Bet Online because there's been some money coming in on the under. But for the most part, if they get to, if they get into the 70s, I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be decided by a touchdown for the total either way. And to me, with both of these teams, I'm going to pass on the total. And I don't have a play on the total. I'm not just, hiding it to say that because we have a premium play on the total or anything like that. I don't have a play on the game. I don't have a play on the game. Well, it's 73 right now at Bet Online. Mike Smith, guaranteed Saturday starts at noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific. Can we go over the Florida game? We could definitely, if we have a chance, Andre, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, brother. I'd be happy to. Missouri, LSU. We'll do the Florida game after this. Remind me if I start going in other directions. All right, so Missouri 0-2 on the year. They have covered a spread 1-1 on the against the spread 1-1 to the over. Oh, LSU 1-1 on the year. The upsets of the SEC 1-1 against the spread, 1-1 to the over. If you guys have been living under a rock, they lost to Mike Leach and Mississippi State, who set passing yardage records in week 1 for the SEC. They lost by 10, 44-34. That game kind of went over the total of 57.5 by a country mile. They bounced back with a 41-7 victory over Vandy. Not hard to do. Then you've got Missouri. Missouri. They got smacked down by Alabama 38-19 in week number 1. They covered the 28.5 point spread that they were laying in week 1. The game went over the total. Their next game against Tennessee went under the total because it was a 35-12 victory for Tennessee. Daniel, if you're watching, congrats to your Vols. Game went under the total of 48.5, not by much. They had a total of 47 scored. Went under by 1.5, or they'd be 2-0 to the over. They did not cover the 10 points they were getting against Tennessee. They got an old-fashioned Tennessee 23-point beatdown. As far as what to expect today in this one. What to expect in this one today. First of all, Missouri averaging 15.5 points a game. Just 97 yards rushing the ball. 2.7 yards per carry. Not going to get it done in the SEC. 235 yards in the air on average. 7.4 yards per passing attempt. Taking a look at LSU. Danny Daniels. Who Dat Bob. LT. Here's your team, boys. Averaging 37.5 points a game. 120 yards on the ground. 3.4 yards per carry. Murray says LSU didn't have any wind. Too many players had COVID. Fact. 341 yards in the air. They've been averaging 8.2 yards per passing attempt. Here's the thing with COVID. You do have to be careful when it comes to betting. At any time, key players can go from playing to out. So there's some times where we'll bet days early. Usually we don't, at least me personally. I like to see injury reports updated the day of the game before I make a wager. If I miss a total or if I miss a line by a country mile because it moves, then I'll just lay off of it. I don't need to play every game. If I miss one, I would rather be sure that certain players are playing than put my bet in on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday for Saturday or Sunday and find out Cam Newton ain't playing and I'm getting stuck with Brian Hoyer. You hear what I'm saying? No different in college. Kiss, kiss, where can you find the guaranteed Saturday play? If you're using your phone or tablet, turn it sideways. Scroll down, look for your username, click on your the small little box. As a little box that has 4 windows in it right next to your username. Click on that box. That will take you right to your members dashboard area. Scroll down to the bottom, and then you can see all your different packages. So be careful betting. Be careful betting, especially when there's rumors out about certain players, etc., etc., etc. Now, as far as this one goes, on the defensive side of things, Missouri giving up 36.5 points a game. A desktop, it's no different. Just don't turn it sideways. Right next to your username, there's a small little box with 4 windows in it. Click on that box. Or if you're on your desktop, just click the account tab. Click the account tab. It takes you to the same dashboard area. Missouri giving up 171 yards a game to rushing teams, 3.9 yards per carry. LSU should be able to run the ball. They should finally have a quality game running the ball today against a very weak Missouri defense. They give up 246 in the air at 9 yards per passing attempt. They should be able to pass the ball at any time that they want, all right? Especially with LSU averaging 341 yards in the air. Now, the LSU defense, they're giving up just 81 yards a game. That's against 2 SEC teams, Mississippi State and Vanderbilt. Now, obviously, Mississippi State, they ain't running the ball. They've got Mike Leach as their head coach. They're just going to keep airing it out. All right, that's a given. They got torched by the secondary. All right, offenses absolutely torched LSU's secondary so far. They're giving up 368 yards a game to opposing offenses in the air, giving them 8.7 yards per passing attempt. They are +3 on the turnovers through 2 games. I like that number. I like the turnover game. LSU 9-0 to the over against weak teams, being outscored by opponents by more than 8.5 points per game. LSU is 14-4 against the spread their last 18 games against anemic rushing teams averaging less than 3 yards per carry. Alex, it's noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, so 9 o'clock your time, brother. Literally in an hour and 7 minutes. Now, these two teams, they haven't faced off since 2016, so everything you know about their prior history and LSU blowing out Missouri, throw that shit right out the window. Now, I do have a personal play on this game. I do have a personal play on the side. Could be the dog, could be the favorite. So if you want to know, you're going to have to get on board for that one. However, I will give you a lean on the total, and it's one that I do lean towards that I am pretty solid on. All right, total over and under 53. Okay, my personal opinion, I honestly believe they get to 53 for the most part by LSU. I think LSU has a very quality game today as far as scoring goes. It's their defense that bothers me. LSU's defense has been giving up yardage, especially in the air. Missouri's averaging 235 yards a game through the air, 7.4 yards per passing attempt. You know, they put up 19 points against Alabama. They put up 12 against Tennessee, all of which I would, as of right now, would rank higher than LSU's defense. What we've seen out of LSU's defense sucks so far, all right? They gave up 34 points to Mississippi State, 44 points in their loss to Mississippi State. However, Vandy, they did give up just 7 points. Other than that, I don't like the numbers that I'm seeing out of LSU. I do like the turnovers and the turnover advantage towards LSU. But when it comes to the points today, I think LSU puts up points. I think their defense gives up points. I do lean towards the over. I didn't bet the over. I think the points come early in the game. Okay, I think the points come early in the game, and then things settle down. towards midway through the third quarter. Maurice, I don't know if they're going to put up 53 on their own. If you take a look at what they didn't do against Vanderbilt, they only put up 41 against Vandy. And I think Vandy is probably could hang with Missouri. I think they'd go toe-to-toe. And Missouri and Vandy have a very competitive game this year if they were to play right now. Johnny K, you should probably throw it in the trash. I would just throw it right in the trash. But again, you didn't come join us live. I posted the link for you to come join us live, but, you know. But anyways, as far as the scoring goes, I think it happens early. While I do lean towards the 53, okay, I mean, I think there's a good chance that it gets there. I'm just a little concerned with the second half play. Actually, more of like the second half play, or the second half of the second half play. So late in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter, I think things start to slow down. I could be completely wrong. Andre says, sounds like you like LSU today. I think I like a lot of points, but I like it in the first half. So over 27.5 is actually plus money in the first half. I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that. As far as the side goes, I'm not going to say if I like LSU or if I like the dog catching the 14.5 points here, you know, or 14. I know the line was 14 earlier. It was minus $1.10 too, so it's actually moved a half a point literally in the last little bit. But one thing that I like, and I am going to bet it, okay, and we're going to put this one on the board. I think the points come early. Okay, I think the points come early. I think LSU comes out and they try and make a statement early. I think Missouri puts up points as well. The thing with Missouri is they're going to take time off the clock to score. But I think points get scored. I think points get scored. LSU, Missouri, first quarter. You guys know me, I love a good first quarter, is 10.5. Minus 119. And their first half total is 27.5 at plus 100 even money. Okay. Thank you, LT. The other LT from the north. Locke, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Gustavo, I see you just jumped on board the combo package. And I got my personal plays coming your way right now, brother, if you're watching. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. If you guys want to get on board my personal plays as well, give me 1 second. It's sideways, then scroll down and hit the small box with 4 windows in it. Then scroll down so you can see Guaranteed Saturday. Alrighty. So, what we're going to put up on the board. Mike Smith, you just got it as well? Absolutely. Do you think LSU will take their feet off the gas? I only lean towards the actual full game over. Okay? I only lean towards the full game over. Now, as far as This one goes if I could spell on this board, it would be fantastic. First half over 27.5, which was, the juice was at minus $1.19. And another one that I like, and I'm betting this one, guys. I'm betting it. The first quarter is over 10.5, and it's even money. I think both teams come out, specifically LSU. They take no prisoners early. They put up points early. And then I think it slows down in the second half, halfway through the third quarter. It's the only thing that I don't like. That's the only thing that I don't like about the full game total. Okay? So the only thing that I don't like about the full game total of 53 is I think they slow down in the second half. And actually, you are correct. It's plus 100. If we're going to keep accurate numbers and keep good track, we might as well do it correctly. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate the heads up on that one. We'll flash that board again. So there's that one. As far as the side goes, LSU laying the 2 touchdowns, Missouri catching the 2. If you want to know my personal opinion, you got to get on board for that one. You are correct. I had a mismatched. There we go. Should have just said I had them flip-flopped. It would have been easier. All right, we got them updated. Alex, I'm betting both. They're on the board. Betting the first quarter and the first half. I'm betting both. And they're up on the Vibe Interactive Free Play board. Tom, thank you for jumping on board. The $5 sale UFC. Oh, and by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, if you're on the 3x3, if you have an active 3x3 UFC membership right now, you're going to get one extra UFC card. Not an extra max fight pick because you didn't do that for $5, but you're going to get an extra UFC card on the house from FC because he doesn't want you to think that anybody got a better deal than you guys. Now, nobody got a better deal than the 4x4 deal, that's for sure. But as far as everything goes, if you're on the 3x3, you're going to get an extra UFC card added onto your account when it's all said and done. Now, Mr. Wilson, thanks for jumping on board. FC's $5 UFC sale. Tom as well. Arthur, thanks for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. LT, Mr. Henry, Sophique as well. Joshua, Mr. Roth, the other Joshua. A lot of you Joshuas today. And Gustavo as well, jumping on board. The big combo package. And guys, if you're not on the combo package, while I pop up the next game that we're going to break down, which I believe it was Andre asked for the Florida Gators game and Texas A&M, we're going to do that one next. Alex, if your account is activated today, if you still have an active account today, which you should, I believe, you will get an extra UFC card added onto your account when it's all said and done. As far as an extra max fight pick, not because of this promotion, no. Brad says the combo package is amazing. Guys, if you're not on the combo package and you've never tried us, this is the one that you might want to take a look at. What it is, you get a week of premium plays. You get a week of my personal plays. You get both. You also get guaranteed Saturday today. You get the big Sunday NFL play tomorrow included. And you also get the UFC Max Fight Pick tonight included. So, does it cost? Yeah, it's $3, but the best of both worlds. There's one of the Joshuas I was talking about. Josh from New Jersey. Thank you. All right, guys. Gators and Texas A&M. Florida, guys, 2-0 straight up, 1-1 against the spread, 2-0 to the over. Texas A&M, 1-1 straight up, 0-2 against the spread, and 1-1 to the over. Now, where my breakdown went, I have no clue because it just disappeared on me. There we go. Got it right back. Now, Florida, they made decent work over Ole Miss, beating them 51-35 in week 1. And then they made even easier work over South Carolina last week, 38-24. That game came out scoring like hot cakes, and then they slowed down after we got guaranteed Saturday winner. What's going on, Chino? Good morning. I will have them take a look. You know what it could be? It could be the picture of the screenshot because they're switching where they host the screenshot. Kind of like a photo bucket or a smug mug or something like that. I'll have them take a look, and it could very well... No, I don't see anything. If you can send me a screenshot, I would appreciate it. That way I can have them take a look. But I don't see anything on my end. But I'd love to see it if it's on your end. That way I could show our web guys and they can fix whatever it is. All right, so... Texas A&M opened up the season with a nice win over Vandy. Big monster victory. I mean, blowout victory, 17-12. Whoo, hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog, that was a big winner. Not. I mean, it was a big win, but definitely wasn't a monster win, to say the least. But it was a win, nonetheless, in the SEC against Alabama. It didn't fare so well. All right, they lost 52-24 last week. They got the beatdown. First of all, take a look at the numbers, where the numbers are at currently, all right? Which would be the right thing to do. And then we'll go take a look at where they were. Florida is laying 6 now. They were laying 5 not long ago, all right? Earlier this morning, they were laying 5 when I was on my way to work. So the Gators have moved a full point literally in the last couple of hours. Total is up to 59.5. The total has skyrocketed. Just in the last hour, the total has moved 2.5 points. Now, where was the total? Where was the line on this one? All right, so let's pop all that good information up for you guys. When this game came out, Florida was laying 7. Believe it or not, it was 5 at 4 o'clock this morning when I was on my hour-and-a-half drive into the office. All right? Started looking up at some lines as well, just to double-check some things. The line on this game was 5 when I was going over all the lines. It's now up to 6. Total was actually 54.5 when it opened. It's up 5 full points from where it opened. It's up 2.5 points from where it was literally 2.5 hours ago. First quarter at 13. First half at 29.5 for the total. Florida laying 3.5 in the first half, 2.5 in the first quarter. Florida's team total is 31.5. With Texas A&M coming in at 24.5. Okay? As far as the money aspect, where's the money at? And why is it important? Where the money is at is only important based on where you're going to bet. The money right now, guys, this morning, I think word got out last week that we hammered the snot out of the over, okay? 96% are on the over. It wasn't like that this morning. It was not like that this morning, and that is why you see a 2.5-point increase. That's why the big increase. Gio, thank you for jumping on board. 3 days of the premium plays. I see you just renewed for him. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tim says he's got it at 58. That's a lot different from 59.5. Or what did I say it was at? Yeah, 59.5. And it was 57 when I was driving into work this morning. Crazy big jump. But like I said, everybody and their mother, their second cousin, their aunties, and their nephews are all on the over. 96% of them. All right, when it comes to taking Florida, 79% are on Florida. That's what moved the line from 5 to 6. I would not be surprised to see this one hit 6.5 or 7 before kickoff, and this is an early game. I would not be surprised to see it hit that high before 9 o'clock or noon on the East Coast, excuse me. So why are these numbers important? These numbers are important to determine when you should bet. If you're going to want to be taking the over, you might have already either missed the boat or you need to do it soon, because I have a feeling that number, the next time I hit the refresh, will probably be a little bit higher. All right. Same thing with the side. If you're taking the points with Florida and you're laying the 6, it was 5 this morning. All right. It opened up at 7. It dropped 2 points to 5. You could have got it at 5. Now it's at 6. If you're taking Florida, you should probably take it now rather than later, because with the money coming in, it may be even higher. Now, if you're waiting and you're taking Texas A&M, you are one smart cookie when it comes to beating the closing line. Now, I don't know if they're going to cover the spread. I don't have $1 on the side of this game. Okay? I don't have $1 on the side of this game. But if you're waiting to take Texas A&M, you waited appropriately. You waited to the right time, because you could have got 7 earlier in the week. But if you missed the opening number, that's fine. It's getting better for you. Same thing if you're waiting to take the under. Just keep waiting. The total's going to go up again. The total's going to go up on any refresh. As far as this one goes, as well as you start taking a look into what they've done so far throughout the season. Now, what these teams did in 2017 and 2012, I don't give one rat's ass about. All right? I don't give one rat's ass about. It has no bearing to me and what happened years ago. What I do care about is what they're doing right now. Hold on one second. I have to help somebody get the guaranteed Saturday play. A phone. I need to get this message, copy and paste it. Turn it sideways. Click the small box with 4 boxes in it by your username and scroll down. All right. Let's start with Florida, the number 4th ranked team in the country. They're averaging 44.5 points per game compared to the 20.5 by Texas A&M. They're averaging 138 yards rushing the ball, 5.2 yards per carry, 357 in the air, 9.6 yards per passing attempt. They seem unstoppable through the air. They're -1 on turnovers. When it comes to Texas A&M, they're not giving up. They're scoring just 20.5 points a game. They're averaging 149 rushing yards on average, 5.2 yards per carry, identical number as Florida rushing the ball. 262 in the air, competitive, not bad, 7 yards on average per passing attempt. When it comes to the defensive side of things, both are giving up roughly the same total number of points. Even the passing yardage and the run yardage is not too far off, with the exception of the rush category. Florida's given up 29.5 points a game compared to the 32 of Texas A&M. Texas A&M has played Vandy and Alabama. Florida has played Ole Miss in South Carolina. I'd have to throw the competition strength of schedule so far through 2 games to Florida. But they're giving up 143 yards on the ground rushing the ball, giving up 3.5 yards per carry. They're getting torched in the secondary, giving up 327 yards on average to opposing offenses passing the ball, 8.2 yards per passing attempt. And like I said, Florida's -1 on turnovers. Texas A&M is also -1 on turnovers. They're giving up 32 points a game, just 107 yards a game on the ground, holding teams to just 107. Great number right there. 3.2 yards per carry, 292 in the air. They're getting torched in the air, 10.4 yards per passing attempt. And like I said, they're -2 when it comes to creating turnovers. Florida 6-1 to the over their last 7 games on the road under head coach Mullen. Florida 12-1 against the spread against mediocre teams, being outscored by opponents by more than 4.5 yards per game. 4.5 points per game. As far as the side on this one goes, I don't have anything on the side. I like Florida here. I liked him at 5. I probably should have bet him at 5 because I was liking him at 5. It was actually more of a really strong, it was more like an FC in the UFC strong lean at 5. As far as the 6 that you're getting now, I'm not opposed to it. I don't like it as much as 5, but I'm definitely not opposed to the 6. So I do lean towards Florida. I do lean towards Florida laying the 6. As far as the total goes, I've got plays on the total. If you want to get on board those ones, you'll have to get on board. But don't worry, we got something special coming for everybody. We got some nice big winners coming for everybody. And for everybody that's just tuning in, free play board right there. The Vibe Interactive free play. Oh, I'm spitting all over the place. The Vibe Interactive free play board does have some juice up on it as of right now. And we'll get more up there for you very shortly. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss a beat. We'll be live again tomorrow. Light little crowd today, but it is early on this beautiful Saturday morning, and that's perfectly fine. Thank you, Jake. I'm taking a look at... I'm trying to see your screenshot. Jake, are you talking about the number? The 946? Because I don't see an error on that screenshot. There's no error on that screenshot. Jake Evans, what's going on? What is going on? Princess Chachi says he likes the team total, Texas A&M team total over 24.5. You know, what is attractive as far as team total goes? Florida's team total 31.5 seems a little on the light side. I don't see why they don't put up 5 touchdowns today personally. They gave up 52 to Alabama. I think Florida is going to surprise a lot of people this year. Nope. It's that's actually, believe it or not, your member ID code or something like that. But no, not an error message. All right, so time for some more breakdowns. Again, I definitely, I like Florida. I liked him at 5. I almost bet him at 5. I missed the boat, so I'm going to lay off of it. maybe throw it in a teaser. But as far as everything else goes, I did really like them at 5, and I missed the boat. They're 6 now. I don't like missing the boat on numbers, and I don't like overreacting when I do miss one. I try and eliminate as much of the risk as possible, because when you don't, that's generally when you get in trouble and find a trap. And I try and avoid that as much as possible. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. We go early in the, go live early in the mornings on Saturday. Sometimes a little too early. But nonetheless, we're here, and I do appreciate that. Appreciate you tuning in. Alex says he teased Texas plus the 9. I hope you win and you don't get smoked. Because you know me, I'm always rooting for everybody. All right, so nonetheless, let's keep it going. Let's keep the breakdowns rolling, and let's have some money. Let's make some money. Let's have some fun. Let's make some money. We got 39 minutes until game time, so we can squeeze in a couple more games to break down. Let's see what else we have. I know. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't do a couple of little afternoon ones. I would stay live until later, but unfortunately, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't after 9. I do have to get back because we have the big wedding today. There we go. Arkansas and Auburn. I had a couple people ask me earlier about this one. Tom, what's going on? I know it never showed live. That was my fault. It's probably why we have a light crowd today. It popped up 2 live shows. And obviously I selected the wrong one. So I don't think it sent out a notification to anybody. I really don't. I don't think it sent out a notification to anybody, and here we are. So I think that's why we've got a light crowd today, is the fact that it didn't go out. So that was my fault. When I created the live stream, it did not show me another one. It did not show me it, so I created another one. Arkansas-Auburn, guys, game 329, 330. First of all, both teams 1-1 straight up. Arkansas 2-0 against the spread. The Razorbacks are also 0-2 on the over. Auburn also 0-2 on the over. 1-1 against the spread, 1-1 straight up. And we're going to dive right into this one, guys, because I want to try and get some of these later games done as well for you before I do have to get off the live show. Alex, you got a notification? Very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. But what it usually does, Mike says it kicked you off and you had to search me. Yeah, see, that's exactly what it does. Is sometimes it'll send the notification, but since it was the second show that I canceled, I should have canceled the first one. Since I canceled the second one, anybody who got that notification before I hit the cancel button, they go to it and it says we're not live because it took them to the other one that was deleted or no longer there or whatever it would say. All right, so Arkansas and Auburn. Arkansas catching the 2 touchdowns. Plus 14, minus 107. Auburn laying 2 touchdowns, minus 14, minus $1.13. Over and under 45.5 is minus 107, which means you can get 45 at minus 117 at Bet Online. As far as first half line, you've got Arkansas catching a touchdown. Auburn laying a touchdown for the first half with a total over and under 23 points. When it comes to this one, guys, first of all, we all know what Auburn did to Arkansas last year, and if you don't know, they hurt them. All right, they hurt them pretty good, 51-10. The year before that, it was 34-3, 52-20, 56-3, 46-54. It's been since 2015 since Arkansas beat Auburn. All right, guys, it's been since 2015, 5 years since the Razorbacks were able to get a win. Here they are on the road in Auburn, Alabama, guys, with that big money line. Obviously, some money coming in on Arkansas to get it down to 2 touchdowns. Arkansas averaging just 15.5 points per game, 17.5 points a game for Auburn. Arkansas averaging just 70 rushing yards a game, 207 in the air, and not much more for Auburn. 65 yards a game running the ball. However, they've got that mediocre, subpar mediocre, 205 yards through the air through the 2 games. Rob Jackson says, yeah, no notification. And that was my fault. I completely butchered that one and botched that one myself. I definitely screwed that one up. I screwed the pooch on that one. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 quick second. Alrighty, so don't forget, Guaranteed Saturday is early. Guaranteed Saturday is early today. Rookie MVP, what is going on? All right, so Tom, we already went over that one. You're killing me, brother. As far as this one game, or this one game goes, Auburn 45-20-1 to the under against an opponent after a conference straight up win. Auburn 8-1-1 against the spread their last 10 games against mediocre teams, being outscored by opponents by more than 4.5 points per game. And Arkansas 0-10 against the spread, coming off of a straight up win. Favorites are 7-0 against the spread in their head-to-head matchup. As far as this one goes, guys, first of all, taking a look at what Auburn really hasn't done. They just lost to Georgia 27-6. If you guys remember when we broke down that game last week, I personally feel Georgia's one of the more complete teams in the SEC. The all-rounded teams in the SEC. Auburn had their big win over Kentucky. They beat them 29-14. And that's about where I see this one today. Against the Razorbacks. I don't think it's going to be an Auburn blowout. I think they have some problems on their offense that they need to figure out. 1, how to run the ball. 2, how to pass the ball. And 3, put the ball in the end zone and not through the uprights. So as far as this one goes, it's going to be just a lean, but I do lean towards Auburn laying the 2 touchdowns. Not a big fan of the 2. That's why it's just a lean. So Auburn just a lean, laying the 2 touchdowns. Carlos says, should have saw that Lakers loss coming. Also, the college game had me stressed out in the first quarter. First of all, no game should ever have you stressed out, especially free plays. If you're betting too much, brother, be careful. But no game should really have you stressed out when it comes to actually betting. Take that part out of your game, you'll have more fun. Danny F., Arkansas playing good football. Arkansas is definitely playing good football. Their big win over Mississippi State. What a defensive game. 21-14 game. But Mississippi State did a lot more damage to their own selves than I'd have to give Arkansas credit for in that game. And I was on that game last week. they got their butts kicked by Georgia, but I think a lot of teams are. I think everybody that Georgia faces this year is going to have a very tall task in front of them. But again, it's just a lane not too fond of laying the 2 touchdowns. Edward said, yeah, you had a nice little group in the other one and you got booted. See what and that's what killed it, is because when I got to this one and I turned it on live, I saw that there was only 2 people and the other one got canceled at the same time. So that one was my fault. The light crowd today, whatever, I'll chalk it up to my own mistakes, and we'll make sure tomorrow we don't have that issue. All right, so I'll do another game real quick for you guys. The damn Lakers. I hear you there. Next one we're going to do. We're going to do the Miami-Clemson game. One a lot of you guys asked for in the beginning. Give me 1 second, folks, and we'll have that breakdown up and running. And we'll be able to rock and roll for that one. All right. Just double checking things. And remember, guys, if you haven't taken up the 2 days of premium plays or personal plays opportunity, information is right on our website. Johnny K, no, there's no coupon code for 3 days of my personal plays. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. Dr. Franco dropping a comment on the YouTube video from last night. All right, so the next game that we're going to do. And this is an interesting game this week. We get the Hurricanes of Miami, Florida, in Clemson. And Clemson laying that big 14.5. And it's minus $1.20, so they're trying to keep that one as much as they can off of the number of 15. Although it being a 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time game, I don't know if we'll be able to keep it from that. But me and Kyle Cole, I don't think he'd boot me for anything minor. What would I boot you guys for? What did I miss? Jalen says the Canes, enough said. What did I miss about getting booted? I don't boot anybody. You got to be an asshole. I mean, a straight asshole to get booted out of the live chat. You got to be a straight asshole to get booted out of here. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, so let's jump right back into it, guys. And then you can tell me what you'd get booted for, because I don't know what you'd get booted for. And remember, you have 27 minutes. To jump on board the Guaranteed Saturday. right, so Mr. Blair, thanks for jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday. Definitely sloppy in some areas, that's for sure. Definitely sloppy in some areas. Doesn't necessarily mean that the game will go under. Definitely increase the chance of turnovers, that's for sure. And if the turnovers happen in the wrong end, might lead to even more points or quicker points, depending on all those situations. And again, a lot of that's hard to do or hard to know because it's something that you can't cap for. Andre says college football and UFC going to be a great Saturday. Absolutely. Now, as far as this game goes, first of all, Miami 3-0. It's been a long time since the Canes have started 3-0 and 3-0 against the spread. 2-1 to the over. As far as Clemson, 3-0. And then they've got this right here, the 0-3 against the spread. 1-2 to the over. 1 out of their 3 games has gone over, and they have not covered that spread. They keep laying those big points. 34.5 against Wake Forest, they win 37-13. They were laying 50.5 against Citadel, they won 49-0. They were laying 28 against Virginia, they won 41-23. Here they are laying something that we could say is, a respectable number, 14.5. Take a look at Miami. They beat UAB 31-14. They beat Louisville 37-34. And they beat Florida State 52-10. Johnny K, will I give you Guaranteed Saturday when I buy your 3-day personal? No, I will not. Miami 14-1 against the spread their last 15 games on the road after a blowout straight-up win of 20 points or more. Mr. Beeman, it's 50% off with the promo code 50SAT. It's 50% off with the promo code. So it's normally $150. It drops it down to $75 if you enter that promo code. $75 with the promo code. Daniel, if you're having a problem not seeing your max fight pick, all you got to do, brother, if you're using a cell phone, turn it sideways, scroll down. Right by your username, you're going to see a small little box with 4 windows in it. Click that little box. Then scroll down. Scroll down, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see all your different packages. You're probably stuck on one page, Daniel, and you got to go back and forth from package to package. Dan, now he's the barter king, right? Right? This ain't no swap meet. If you still have a problem, Daniel, after that, then definitely let me know. But all you have to do is go back and forth from page to page and able to see it. And if you're on your desktop, you click that same little box, because I know you have the fight package as well as the max fight pick, because I'm looking in your account. Edward says, Johnny's got, I am fat. I do like bacon. I do like bacon. Shannon, thank you for renewing early. Thank you, ma'am, for renewing early on the combo package. I don't know if you're watching, but I know you just renewed for the combo package a couple days early. Probably so you can get that good Guaranteed Saturday bet in there as well. So glad to have you on board for, well, again, over another week. And it's always my pleasure to be able to work with everybody that we get to work with. Terrence, thanks for jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday. Johnny K, I see you did jump on board my personal plays. Let me send them to you. But don't be mad when I give you the Lakers, all right? And I was just teasing you earlier. Don't worry. Don't worry. Remember, if I don't pick on you, means I might not might not like you. Christy Thornton says LSU, Missouri over 10.5 in the first quarter. Let's go. Absolutely. Daniel, you're very welcome. Danny says, I'm a Clemson guy. I think that you're going to give the Tigers all they want. Brad, you have the USA bacon here. It's definitely, bacon is definitely good. I got to admit it. I'm fat. I got a Peloton bike and I don't have time to ride it. All right? I am definitely fat. I'm 224 pounds, 6 foot tall. I'm actually not that fat. I'm just well proportioned in the waist area. Hey, but I am down 16 pounds. So anyways, enough about my rolls. Let's talk about putting some rolls in our pocket, all right? Now, back to this one. First of all, like we said, Miami 14-1 against spread on the road after a straight-up blowout win of 20 points or more. The Canes are averaging 43.3 points per game, 232 on the ground, 5.9 yards per carry, an amazing number when it comes to running the ball. They're averaging 266 yards in the air as well, 7.7 yards per passing attempt. 17 Clipper, I'm getting ready for next summer. Robert Beeman, you put the promo code in the cashier section, it'll ask you for a coupon code. And Johnny, I'm always just teasing everybody. If I can't have fun at what I'm doing, and I was going to let you come on live. I gave you the link. You could have came on live. But no, Robert, you got to enter the promo code in the checkout box. It'll say coupon code. Enter that coupon code, and then it changes the price right there for you. If you hit submit, it's going to charge you the $150 without the coupon code. As far as Clemson, they're averaging 161 yards a game on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry, 316 in the air, 9.3 yards per passing attempt. They're averaging 42.3 points per game. When it comes to defense, Miami's giving up just 19.3 points per game. Clemson is giving up just 12. When it comes to both teams on defense, Miami giving up 147 yards on the ground, 4 yards per carry, 230 in the air at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. When it comes to Clemson, they're giving up just 90 yards on the ground, 2.2 yards per carry, 213 in the air, 6.9 yards per passing attempt. They're both in the plus categories on turnovers. Clemson at +1. The Hurricanes leading the charge at +3. Andre, I actually agree with you. I think Clemson's the better team. Clemson, number one for a reason. Until somebody knocks them off, Clemson deserves to be number one. They may not be covering the spread in 0-3, but that's because they're laying 28, 34.5, and 50.5 points. Laying points and against the spread, covering it or not, doesn't get you the ranking. Robert, it's 50 SAT, 50 SAT. 50 SAT. Miami's a quality program. They're finally turning it around. there is definite massive hype around the Hurricanes. They're 3-0. They're 3-0 in the ACC. Oh my God. So is Clemson. Ain't no one better just bet $43,000 on Texas A&M +6. Cool. I guess we'll find out if it's cool or not, or he was just another loser. As far as Miami, they played UAB, Louisville, and Florida State. Florida State sucks. Louisville sucks. And UAB sucks. Now, they covered the 15.5 against UAB. They covered the 2 against Louisville. And they covered the 11 against Florida State. Princess Chachi says, according to the CDC, 6 foot and 225 pounds is obese. I wouldn't consider you obese. Yes. I am a winner today. I am not obese according to the CDC. Love it. Swap pork was his angle. Oh, Edward, you're getting bad there. As far as this one goes, Mr. Beeman, thanks for jumping on board the Guaranteed Saturday. I see you were able to get that promo code in, right? It wasn't me that bet 43K on A&M. It wasn't me. I'm not that stupid. According to the CDC, you are obese. Hey, as long as what my wife thinks that's all that matters. She can call me big, bold, and beautiful, and I'll still smile. She can call me a silver fox. I don't really care. As long as she likes, that's all that matters. All right, so back to this one, guys. Clemson 5-1 against spread in their last 6 meetings against the Hurricanes. Now, they haven't faced off in 3 years. Since 2017, Clemson smacked them 38-3. Does that happen? See, here's the thing that I like about Miami. They're able to run the ball. They're able to run the ball to the tune of 232 yards a game, 5.9 yards per carry. The thing that I don't like about their run game, it's against the likes of UAB, Louisville, and Florida State. They're going to be running up against Clemson. Clemson, excuse me, their defensive front is no joke. Dan, give who the boot? I don't know. Who's getting the boot? Might give my boot up somebody's rear if you guys call me fat again. Just kidding. I've been called a hell of a lot worse than fat, let me tell you. Especially in the live chat before. But as far as this one goes, the one thing that I don't like about the game, and I'm just going to throw it out there. Where the line is right now. First of all, Clemson is 0-3 for covering the spread. But they've all been massive, massive, massive spreads. They're laying 14.5 right now. I don't think Miami is tested. I don't think playing the likes of Florida State, Louisville, and UAB classify you as a number 7 ranked team in the country. Now, maybe because the likes of Oregon, USC, some of the teams in the Mountain West, the Boise States, the Wyomings, a couple from the MAC are not playing, that the Hurricanes are getting a top 10 ranking as of right now. I don't think anything that they've done warrants a number 7. Obviously, with the limited amount of teams that are playing currently, they've got the 7th ranking. Laying 14.5 for Clemson, I don't like. 59.5. The total, over and under 59.5. Clemson has given up 23 against Virginia, 13 against Wake Forest, and obviously they shut out Citadel. As far as this one goes, guys, give me 1 second. As far as this one goes, as much as I like Clemson and I think they're the better team, Johnny K, bacon, eggs, and salsa, you're killing me now. Right up my fat alley. As far as this one goes, I would have to put it in a teaser. I like Clemson. I'm going to be dead honest. I like Clemson. I think they're the better team. They're the better program. They're true. They're tested. We already know what they can do. We already know who they can beat, who they have beaten, who they will continue to beat. They're going to beat Georgia Tech. They're going to beat Syracuse. They're going to beat Boston College. They're probably going to knock the snot out of Notre Dame because they'll have their game rolling by the end of October on Halloween. Alex, are you going to Roscoe's? Don't mess with me now. Then they'll play Pittsburgh. We don't even have to talk about Florida State when they play them because they're going to smash them. Virginia Tech will probably give them a little tussle for a quarter or two, and then they'll blow them out. This might be Clemson's biggest test of the season. And Clemson likes me. I agree. I agree. Clemson's defense definitely has something to prove, and they definitely like me. Alex, you're killing me, brother. You are I love Roscoe's. All right, guys. So as far as this one goes, if I was going to do anything on this one, I'd probably throw it to a teaser. Hell, even a teaser on Clemson and the over is definitely attractive. I like the over 59.5. I do. I like the over 59.5. I think Clemson's defense comes through. However, I think Miami puts points up on the board. I think Clemson's defense will make adjustments, and they come through late in the game. Lance, I think it's going to be closer than most people think as well. Than the bookmakers are thinking. I just can't take the Canes plus 14.5. I think they hang around, but if I was going to do anything, I'd probably tease Clemson down. But again, I'm off of this one. But I am going to get you guys on a free premium play for later today. I know we've got the 2 plays on the board that start in just a few minutes. All right, I know this one starts in just a few minutes, but I am going to put another one up on the board for you guys for later on this afternoon. And we will be live tomorrow for everybody that doesn't know. And if you're not on Guaranteed Saturday, you literally have 6 minutes to get on board Guaranteed Saturday. You got the big combo package. And remember, if you buy the combo package tomorrow, you'll get next week's Guaranteed Saturday. Because tomorrow, we have the big Sunday NFL guaranteed game. And guys, remember, we're 4-0 on those. I almost cursed. I'm trying to refrain. All right, we're 4-0 on our big Sunday NFL guaranteed winners. We will be 5-0 after tomorrow. We will be 5-0. Don't forget, UFC today is early. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 Pacific. It'll be starting just a couple hours before the wedding starts, so I'll be able to get the first couple fights in without having to hide it. And remember, UFC, FC has his UFC on sale. It's the $5 sale. That's it, $5 for his entire UFC card. So I'm telling you guys, get on, support his UFC card, make that extra money on it because it's generally pretty damn good, and he's been rock solid with the UFC. Been rock solid with the UFC. Chad, thank you for jumping on board as UFC. Jeffrey, Mr. Beeman, Mr. Beaker, thanks for jumping on board. I know Mr. Beeman and Jeffrey, you guys jumped on board Guaranteed Saturday. Tim, you jumped on board our premium plays. Thank you. It was a pleasure to work with you on my personal plays as well. Mr. Wood, thanks for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Johnny K jumping on board as well. Everybody else. So let's get a game up on that board for you guys because we need to put something else up there. I think you guys deserve another good one. Pat, it's going to be an absolute awesome day. It's going to be an absolute awesome day. No, it's out in the Arizona desert. I got to drive back there. I was there this morning. But don't go anywhere. I'm going to get you guys on a premium play right now. I'm just double checking the odds right now. I literally left at 3 o'clock this morning. Very nice, Brad. Very nice. I'm glad you got a good number. Glad you got a good number. All right, so a little bit later today. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you should. I'm going to post a link to my Twitter. I might go live on Twitter later. I'm going to be sitting in the hotel room literally doing nothing. For a couple of hours once I get back. My little one will be napping. My wife will be helping my future daughter-in-law. Sophia Smith, I'm not giving out a noon Eastern time free play. Those are already up on the board. The game that I'm going to be giving out is a little bit later today. And I believe you already have it if you're on premium plays, which I believe you are. All right, so free little bone for everybody. Let me back up here. Not only, and don't forget, we have the daily free play. That's got a nice free play in it as well. When we gave it out, they were +3. They're +3.5 right now. I liked it at 3. I like it even better at 3.5. I think this one will continue to go up as the day goes by. I think more money will come in on the other side. I would not be surprised to see Mississippi State hit 4 against Kentucky at one point. I mean, I literally wouldn't be surprised to see it hit that. That is a premium play. That's right out of our premium play card. There's 4 premium plays today. That's right out of the premium play card. But for everybody that's not on, or actually for everybody that's on premium plays, I know you guys already have that one. So I'm not done yet. All right, I'm not done yet. As far as later in the day goes, Okay, because these games are starting. This one is not. As far as later in the day goes, give me 1 second. I'm just double checking everything. I'm making sure nothing changed. Give me 1 quick second. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We're going to make it worth your while to hang out. There it is. A little bit later today, East Carolina plays South Florida. ECU 0-2 on the year. South Florida did pick up a win. They're 1-2 on the year. They struggled in their last game against Cincinnati. They won against Citadel in the very beginning of the season. They got smoked by Notre Dame. Both of these teams are desperate for a win. Now, South Florida does have one on the year, okay? ECU, they need one, and they need it bad. As far as this game goes, I'm not going to get into a full game day breakdown because I do have to get going. I got to drive another hour and 40 minutes back to some shithole town with a very beautiful winery, by the way. For the wedding. But I do want to get you guys on this one. ECU is facing off against South Florida. And the over 57. Princess Chachu, yeah. Keith, my stepson. Better than you? Reading through the comments. But ECU, South Florida. Let me put this up on the board. All right, the total is sitting at 57.5. Bet this one sooner rather than later, all right? ECU, South Florida, over 57.5. This one will go higher. All right, this line is going up. This line is going up. So don't miss that one. I'll leave that board up there for a minute. We've got 4 up there, plus the daily free play. So don't say I didn't give away the farm today. Dustin, they took your bonus free play money away. Why? I don't know. Did you bet it? If you have an issue, what you can do, call them. Find out. Find out what the reason why. If for some reason it's something, if there's an error, they should change it. If they don't, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But I don't know why they would take your bonus free money away. That's weird. Probably an error. Maybe you bet it. I don't know. I've never gotten a bonus, so I don't know. I don't even know how to use one on there. But yeah, let me know. Send me an email, kyle@cappersdirect.com, if you have any issues at all. And I'll try to help get to the bottom of it. Again, follow me on Twitter. I might go live on Twitter, just hanging out. I actually had a view overlooking the high school football field last night, and I watched some Friday Night Lights from the hotel room. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Thanks for jumping on board as well. Glad to have you. Always. Good luck to you as well. Keith Davis says drinking helps. We're definitely going to have some of that. And I might have to start early. I might have to start early because I have to finish early because I have to drive all the way back here. Glockman says expired. Pat says expired. I've never known of a like free play expiring, but maybe it does. I don't know. I've never gotten a bonus, so I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sure they're a good company. I'm sure. Dustin, I have no idea, man. Mike Smith says you can stay active on us on Twitter and they'll never know. They won't. You never know. I might go live on Twitter during the wedding. Yeah. Actually, no. 17 Clipper. The thing with BetOnline that I do like, I asked about the rollover before we signed a deal with them. If you deposit, let's just say for easy math, you deposit $1,000. They give you a $500 bonus. If you lose all your money and you make another deposit, that first rollover gets wiped out. It's no longer there. No longer applies. That's the cool thing. That's the cool thing with them. That's the cool thing that I did like about their bonus stuff. I know some of the other companies, they stick with you for life. Deposit $1,000 and get like a $50,000 rollover. But you'd actually be surprised how fast people actually hit stupid rollovers. I've actually thought about taking a bonus because if you're betting $2,000, $3,000 a game or $20, $30 a game, it adds up into zeros pretty quickly. But some books, their rollover policies, they're definitely criminal. They definitely get you there. I've always just known not to take the bonus, but with their policies, it's actually a pretty attractive bonus. But yeah, Dustin, let me know what happens. Let me know the outcome. All right, guys and gals, I'll flash the free play board, the Vibe Interactive free play board one more time for you guys. Hopefully, that will be a 4-0. I know premium plays have been subpar the last couple days. And guys, I don't need to know about it just by looking at it. I can look at my accounts and I can see that it's been subpar. I'm betting every game that I give out. So when we have a disaster of a day, it means I lose. And I lost good money. I lost good money on the premium plays yesterday. Won some back on my personal plays, which was nice. Tom says Missouri 7-0. Did they actually score? Is there 7 points up on the board? I didn't even know that game started just yet. I knew it was close, but I didn't know they actually kicked off. It is 7-0 Missouri, scored in the first 1 minute, 53 seconds. Not good for the ones taking LSU, but hey, we'll take the points first, right? We'll take the points first. We need those points up on that board right there. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got a long drive. Follow me on Twitter. I will be active on Twitter today. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. And again, everybody bet responsibly. Everybody bet responsibly. I know somebody was in here making the comment earlier that the first quarter bet yesterday on Louisville was making him nervous. Unless you're betting the big guaranteed games and you're going above your means, nothing should ever make you nervous, all right, guys? We don't bite here. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate that, brother. All right, let's have a great day today. Everybody be responsible. And thank you, Sophia. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right? I will be here tomorrow. I promise. Might be tired and grumpy and pissed off, but I will be here. Those are usually good winning days anyways. All right, guys, good luck. We'll see you guys.